So we're on to issue 4 of Poison Ivy. Also, for the last few videos, I've been making an ongoing mistake, and that was I believe that the person who took Poison Ivy's powers was a mystery, but it was actually the gardener who Harley Quinn made a deal with. The reason why I made this mistake was because, for some reason, in issue 1, there's a panel of a white woman in the shadows, and I guessed it was a mysterious woman, as Harley has bleached skin while Gardner's African American, but I guess it was either a coloring error, or it was just the shading of the picture. On to the issue itself, we start off where we ended last time with Pamela going for an interview. She's being interviewed by this kind of stubborn but jerk of a boss. He's the typical boss. And Pamela tells us he reminds her of an ex-boss of hers, who I'm assuming is Jason Woodrue or Redwood. She reassures him that she's not afraid of hard work, as he seems to be insisting no one wants to work these days. He's just a typical, yeah, I'm not going to say it, because I shouldn't be making that kind of joke, but you know what I'm talking about. He then notices that she's itching herself, which she replies it's just seasonal allergies. But it's actually because she is dying, because she's killing all these people. Also, side note, there's a very nice visual of how Poison Ivy's turning greener each issue, or like her skin starts to grow more leaves. But something I don't understand is that just the visuals for the reader to pick up on, or is she actually like growing leaves in these parts of the story? The reason why I'm asking is, why is he asking why is she itching herself? You should be asking, why are you turning green? I mean, it's just a little nitpick, but I find it really distracting. It's like, why does nobody around the office realize Pamela is turning green? It's just a little nitpick. It's not really a big deal. I was a little confused. Anyways, it starts to give Pamela a tour of the place, only bumping into a worker named Jess, who he orders to continue the tour of Pamela. But he comes across as very overly creepy, as he rubs Jess's back, and like the way he talks to her is just very belittling, but like it's like he's talking to a child, but just as a grown woman, and he's just being very creepy towards her. And Pamela even picks up on it too. And the fact that Pamela finds it creepy is just, it really shows you that you have to change your behavior if Pamela Isley thinks you're weird. She literally was murdering people this entire series, but she thinks you're weird, you need to change it up. And I agree with her. You definitely are weird. You are literally so creepy. So that's not hate towards Pamela or hypocrisy, of course. I'm not saying she's a hypocrite. I'm saying she's in the right. He's weird. I just find it funny that she thinks he's weird, because he is weird. Pamela's then brought to the back, where she learns that she's not the only one working here. There's going to be a lot of people. Pamela gets help from Jess and a fellow packer named Tim to understand what's going on. And we also start to get the idea that why Pamela's working here. And that's to spread the virus, and that's by lacing all the packages with lamia spores. But as Pamela daydreams about murdering everybody, you know, as one does when they're bored, only me and Pamela. Anyways, the creepy boss takes Jess away, to which Tim fills her in on how the boss is a pervert, which he didn't need to do. He very clearly is one. When Jess comes back, Pamela asks if she's alright. She just brushes it off, and the two explain how they talked to HR before, but no one believes the workers in the packaging room, especially because a lot of them have records. We can see that Pamela feels sympathy for them and just stomps away with a plan. She goes into her new boss's office to attack him. She tells him she's going to admit to what he did to HR, and what he's continuing to do, as she uses pheromones to force him to see her plant form, which he says she's a monster, only for her to reply that he's the only monster here. And with that threat, he's forced to do it by emailing HR admitting what he's done, or she'll kill him, only for her to kill him anyways. Before he does try to defend himself, but she remarks that someone once said the same thing to her, the Green Man, which is Jason Woodrue, not Swamp Thing, by the way. Jess and Tim talk over how they think Pamela is sweet for wanting to help, but probably won't do anything, as so many have tried, but failed. Pamela ends up coming back and goes to them to explain he won't be bothering them again. Jess sees Pamela as her hero and kisses her as a thank you, and asks if she wants to get out of there, to which she nods. She explains to us that for a moment she forgot she was dying, and that she knows she can't take Jess's life either, or Tim's, meaning she's now sparing 4 people. And here we're also told that all these little notes that Pamela is narrating with is actually notes that she's writing for Harley Quinn. She explains she still misses her and loves her. And despite everything she said, she doesn't actually want to die. And she doesn't want to kill everybody. But when Jess and Pamela are in bed together, some weird plant creature attacks them, to which Pamela has to kill. Not only does she kill it, though, she learns that Jason is the one who sent it after her. Pamela leaves Jess explaining to Harley how Jason doesn't know that she's coming for him too, and that's how the comic ends. I really like this issue. Seeing a deep dive into what Pamela is doing and why she's doing it is really interesting. But she seems to be going down a path of actually caring for humans and even for herself. It's genuine, intriguing character development. And while I made the mistake of not knowing who took away Pamela's powers, I still think that the character growth of Pamela is something that I'm really enjoying. I'd love to see the same deep dive of other villains like Scarecrow or Mr. Freeze or even Joker, although we've seen him with Joker I think a couple times. And that's it. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!